Today, we're going to talk about professional writing, specifically achievement statement. Some people might call it accomplishment statement. They are the same thing. So what is achievement statement? It's probably the most important thing you need to master in your resume writing, because it really highlights your strength and skill. And without achievement statement, your resume will look just like anybody else's. So it's very important. So today's lesson, I hope that you pay attention to every detail that we talk about. So as usual, I want to start with a quote. And this quote goes like this: your resume will help you identify and articulate your strengths and key accomplishments, which in turn will help you communicate your value to your future boss. You know, in business, the most important skills you might need to possess is the communication skill. And the first step for you to demonstrate your communication skill is through your resume. And your resume has to look like your success stories. Nothing else. If you have not accomplished anything, or your resume tells your future boss that you have not accomplished anything, your resume will look like garbage. Because what you're writing with no success story will look like anybody else's resume. It doesn't stand out. And the whole key point of writing a killer resume is for you and your strength to stand out among hundreds of resumes. So step one is to make your resume roar. What do I mean by roar? Roar means scream very loud, like a lion, like a tiger. So it just means that result-oriented and relevant. Okay, through other lessons, you might already know my primary focus on any resume is it has to be relevant. I cannot stress any further about whether or not your information is relevant to your employer's job description, the job advertisement they put on the web. It has to be their interest, their needs. It's not about what skills you have to offer. It's about what they want. So result-oriented, that's achievement statement, and relevant, that's focusing on what your future boss wants. So first, you have to eliminate all task-oriented statement. Okay? Eliminate means to cancel, delete, take out everything that looks like a task-oriented statement. So task-oriented statement, delete all the information that sounds like a job description from a job ad. So if whatever information that you include sounds just like your future boss's advertisement on recruiting website, take that information out. So what would that information look like? So next, provide customer support, assisted marketing department with filing. Those two things, provide customer support, that's task-oriented. Assisted marketing department with filing, that's task. That's your duty. Okay? It doesn't really tell your future boss what you can do. It just tells you that someone told you to provide customer support. Someone told you to assist marketing department with filing. Next one, okay, brainstorm major achievement for each position held. So you have to really think about. You have to think about your achievement. In other lessons, I asked you to write everything you have accomplished throughout your work career. And now, after listing all your accomplishments for each position you had before, you expand on your ordinary duty and show employer what you are capable of. Okay, so the step is that you can write out all the duties. Like the last slide I will show you again. You can write out the duties, the task someone asks you to do. And then how do you expand that job responsibility to achievement? Okay, for example, provide customer support. What kind of customer? How many customer? Where did you provide the support? What kind of support? Okay, what's your success rate? What's the satisfaction rate for your service? Same thing as filing. Okay, assisted marketing department with filing. What kind of filing? Paper, digital? Okay, so those things are things that you need to consider. Okay, and how many files have you processed or assisted in the past? Okay, so those are the things that you have to be more specific on describing your achievement. So expand on your ordinary duty and show employers what you are capable of. The whole point of your resume is to show your future employer what you can do for them. By telling them your job duties, by telling them the tasks you were assigned to do in your previous job, doesn't really help them understand what you can do. Okay? So the focus is I'm not trying to say that there are things that people are not capable of doing, and you just have to write it that way, but I'm just saying that through your past work history, you must have done something to help your previous boss, your ex-boss, to accomplish something. What are they? You have to be a little specific on what you did for your previous employer and have to make it sound like very professional. So number 3, make your achievement statement relevant. That's very important. I keep stressing on the word relevance because addresses what employer want to hear, who you are, your experiences, your achievement, and what you can do for the company in the future. Those are the things that your recruiter, your hiring manager, your future boss, they want to see. And it's not about the resume, okay? You might be thinking, oh, I'll just tell them in the interviews. But if you don't get the information they want to see on your resume, you will never get that interview. So resume is something that you really have to put a lot of work in. You have to do a lot of preparation on the resume so it will stand out. And the only way to do that is it has to be relevant to your future boss's need, okay? So in other class that we talked about how to find the future boss's needs and wants by doing research. So you really have to do a really solid, thorough research on the future boss company so you can have a very clear idea on what they are asking from you. So address what employer want to hear and your experiences, achievement based on the company's needs, not what you can do in general based on what they need.